Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Beam. I understand that you may be thinking about coming to our 3-day intensive workshop for marriages that are having problems. I surely hope that you come. You know, we have two versions of that. One is what we call our in-person version, and the other is our online version. Now, the in-person version we've been doing for decades. I mean, the first one I did was back in 1999, the fall of 1999, and we have done many of them since then. I mean, a lot. It's powerful. It's effective. We have, over the years, made it even better as we go along, as we hone this and change that and tweak that a little bit. And so it's always the latest and greatest if you decide to come to it. And we love our in-person workshops. Now, for some time, our team has been asking me, Dr. Beam, what about us doing an online version of the workshop? And I'm the one who kept saying, no. There is no way to replicate in an online workshop what we do in an in-person workshop, and I'm not going to water it down like that, so no, we're not going to do it. The reason I said that is because I'm an old fogey. That's the reason I said that. I couldn't possibly imagine how anything online could match. But then the pandemic came along. And suddenly we couldn't do our in-person workshops anymore because only a handful of people could get together in the same room at the same time. And we understand that. We want people to be healthy. We want people to be safe. But that meant we couldn't do our in-person workshop for a while. So what do we do? Either shut down or find a way to do it online and hope that that worked. So we had to try the online version of the workshop. I insisted that I do the very first online workshop. I did not want somebody else's evaluation of whether it was good or bad. I wanted to see for myself. You see, we have a few people who are trained to do the in-person workshop, and any one of them could have done a great job with the online workshop, but I personally had to see that it worked. I was surprised. It worked exceedingly well because I fully expected it not to. And if it didn't, I was going to insist we refund the enrollment fee to everybody who came to it. But it was powerful. I mean, it worked extremely well. Us covering all the same material, still having the interaction between people that we do in the in-person workshop, and people were learning and they were beginning to get how they applied it to their lives and how they applied it to their marriages. And it was just as good, if not better, than the in-person workshop. So I thought, that's a fluke. I'll do the next one. Same result, only maybe a little better. I did the third one. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of stubborn. I have to see for myself. I did 15, F-I-F-T-E-N, 15 of those in a row. Then I had another one of our leaders do 2 of them and wanted to evaluate just to make sure that we all could do it equally well. They're talented people. It was not a judgment of them. It was just like, let's just see that it does definitely work across the spectrum with whoever is leading it. And so other people on our team began to lead the workshops, and they had the same tremendous, wonderful results. So what are the benefits then of the online workshop? Now, when we have in-person workshops, if you prefer that, we'd love to have you in those. We would. We're not giving up on those. Anytime that it's safe to do so from a health standpoint, particularly thinking in terms of things like pandemic, we will definitely have in-person workshops. But we're now going to continue the online workshops from now on, because they're so powerful and so good and so effective. And it's amazing how much people can save when it comes to money by doing the online version as opposed to the in-person version. No airfare, no hotel rooms, no restaurants, no rental cars, and wind up saving a ton of money because they're not coming to Middle Tennessee where we operate, and people can do it from their own homes. So they don't have to worry about childcare like they do if they were to leave town. And they can actually have dinner at their own table, lunch at their own table if they wish. They can be relaxed in their own home. As a matter of fact, sometimes in the afternoon sessions, we'll see people have a glass of wine as they participate, which is fine because they're relaxed. Actually, it creates a more intimate environment, if you will, because it's like I'm invited into your home. And people now can come from all over the world. And so in one workshop recently, we had people from 7 countries in that same workshop. Now, of course, they all speak English because that workshop was done in English. What I'm trying to tell you is this. If you prefer the in-person workshop, great. Wait for when those things are available. We'd love to see you there. But if indeed your marriage problems exist now, I would strongly recommend that you not wait. because I'm telling you from my own personal integrity, which hopefully you will accept. The online workshop is as good, if not better. Now, later, if you want to enroll in one of the in-person workshops as well, then you can sign up for that then. And we'd love to have you there. But I'm recommending don't wait. So just recently, we had a counselor friend of mine come to the online workshop with me just to see it and understand how it works. At the end, he said to me, "Joe, I was prejudiced against it from the time I started. For 20 years, I've done therapy and counseling one-on-one with people right there in front of me in a room, and I thought nothing can replace that in-person contact when you're right there. I was wrong. Your workshop actually is unbelievably effective. I didn't even want it to be because it doesn't fit my paradigm, but I have to admit, it really works." But maybe you want to hear from other people. So right now, we're going to show you a couple of videos from people who have been through the workshop, telling you what they think about the online version. Make your decision that's best for you. But if you decide to come to the online workshop, I think you're going to find it as an outstanding decision on your part. Thank you.
Our marriage has been shattered. We've spent over the past year trying to go to various counselors, trying to figure things out. With this program, it just gives you from step one to understand yourself, each other, and then try to bring it all together and what those steps look like. And had we not gone through this, we would have been just spinning in circles and possibly just ended up in divorce. And so hopefully this workshop this weekend gives us tools to be able to get this thing back on track and where it should be. And I highly encourage, if you know anybody that is getting married, it's probably a great course to go through just to get that. I wish we would have had it when we first got married, but it wasn't available.
Yes, I appreciate all your guidance. Realize that it is important to work on myself too, maybe first, and then hopefully this works together too, and you've given us great tools to do that. I appreciate Randy's insight and help and guidance through this too. So it's all been great, and we'll use it and go forward and not backward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Regardless of which way you see it, whichever point of view you have it, you take away something from this workshop. You guys are helping couples, get on the right path to where they need to be as individuals and as couples. So you, one way or the other, you come out of this grown into something more than what you did before. And even if you didn't want to, even if you were reluctant from the beginning, ending it, you definitely took something away, to impact yourself and could ultimately impact the marriage.
I definitely recommend this. I feel like we should have done this a long time ago, but like many couples, we don't come and seek help until it's too late. I wish I've had some friends go through rough spots and ultimately in their marriage. I feel like if I had found this and shared this would have been a lot of help. I'm so glad that this was available online. It's different from reading books, from reading articles, but actually hearing guidance from other people, knowing that other people are going through it as well. Our struggles are not original, and that it can be saved. And there's so many tools that we're getting out of this. I'm coming out of it more hopeful, knowing that I can change me and knowing what I did wrong. It's just such a blessing to be able to find this and go through this workshop. I would definitely recommend this. This is as close as Marriage 101 gets. If there's like a class that anybody should take, if you're getting married, if you're just wanting to strengthen your marriage, if you want to save it, this is as close as Marriage 101. It's smack in the head, a wake-up call. It's been a blessing. I really highly recommend it to everybody.
I really recommend that anybody that's having any issues go through the workshop. We've been through multiple counselors with very little success. This workshop dives into the deeper details of communication, love, everything that you really need to make it work. But not only shows it to you, but helps you understand it thoroughly into where you can pretty much fix anything with your spouse and have hope for love and, the forever that we all hope for when we took the vow to be with the person. forever. So this workshop has really opened my eyes and helped me see a lot of things from a different light and really helped us.
Okay, so I'm gonna try not to cry. I actually have taken so much from the workshop. For me, it's more recognizing things within myself, I guess, that maybe I've projected onto my relationship in a negative way, that have given me a negative outcome without me actually realizing that's what I was doing. So that's been a big deal for me, and the push-pull, and maybe also seeing things in a completely different perspective, which I have a really hard time doing, but that's really helpful for me. And I feel like I'm leaving the workshop with a lot more confidence than I came with. So I just really, really appreciate the whole experience.
I would say the biggest thing about the Marriage Helper Workshop is providing hope, number one, providing support and seeing other couples are going through similar issues, and just kind of having that support system with everyone being open and honest and discussing things that are obviously very personal. And then the other piece of the puzzle is having a roadmap to success if you so choose, and obviously everyone's definition of success is different, but there's definitely a plan in place and a method to reconciling or to improving a marriage regardless of what stage you're at. So I think it's just been an awesome week, and it's amazing how much has been packed into 3 days.
Yeah, I learned a lot about me, about Jason, about our relationship, and I think it's gonna be eye-opener for many couples out there, and it's gonna be very helpful.